William Faulkner, as people who watch this channel probably know, is one of my absolute favorite writers, so I figured I would go ahead and give my review of Absalom, a book that I read fairly recently. Now let's get into what everyone says, right? So everyone says that Absalom is like really insanely difficult book that's very hard to get into. I will say there are parts of it that are difficult, but it's not necessarily the comprehension stuff, although it may be. Like, the trademark of this book is that there are long ass sentences. So if you are not into long ass sentences, maybe don't read it, because it has a breathless momentum, a kind of like nervous, anxious, terrified momentum that's just a breathy, just moving and moving and moving and moving. And I may not have finished this book because the content is it's a book that is about the South. I will just put it there. It's about Quentin Compson, essentially, who's a character in one of Faulkner's other books, The Sound and the Fury, who in The Sound and the Fury, and this isn't really a spoiler, Quentin Compson commits suicide, not even on screen or in the book of Sound and the Fury. That's why it's not really a spoiler. In Absalom, which was written after The Sound and the Fury, he is alive and he is dealing with this story that is being told to him by Miss Coldfield, who is telling about this story about Thomas Sutpen. And the whole book is about Thomas Sutpen, but we never actually get to be with Thomas Sutpen. He's kind of an embodiment of evil in the way that Flem Snopes is the embodiment of evil in the Snopes trilogy, except Thomas Sutpen is almost more horrifying because he is just an absolute bastard, total psychopath. He basically carves this stretch of land called Sutpen's 100 out of Mississippi and creates this massive plantation and creates ton of wealth. Basically, Quentin Compson, he's a college student, he's attending Harvard, and he's trying to grapple with the legacies of basically slavery. And that's what this book is about. It's about race, it's about slavery, it's about the legacies of slavery in the South. It has been described in many ways as the anti-Gone with the Wind, because Gone with the Wind came out in the same year, 1936. It is shocking. It truly is still like a shocking book, and horrifying and gross. These are all good things about it. There are like frame narratives within frame narratives. The book will just take left turns. You'll think that it's just like a brief little side area that the book is going, and then it'll just go for 100 pages, and it's like, okay, everything's just italicized now. Like, that's just how it is now. You have to just give yourself to the book, and that's what I did, and I appreciate that I did do that with this book, because if I hadn't given myself to this book, I would have been trying to struggle and try to understand every little word. I'm fortunate I didn't have to read this for a class, because I'm sure if I read this for a class, I would not have enjoyed it, because you're trying to force comprehension when it's about enjoyment. It's about feeling the emotions, and I definitely felt that. It's like a huge melodrama told in like somebody is like whispering to you in the middle of the night, just like this is their dying breath. And the reason I picked this up in the first place was because I loved Faulkner, but then I read the opening pages. I start reading it and I go, it never lets up. There's like never a pause where you can go, okay, interesting chapter. It's and this and this and this and this and this and this and this, and look closer, look closer, look closer, uncover the mystery, uncover the mystery. It is an intense read. Like it seriously is intense. I read it so fast, I think, not just because the writing was so full of momentum and so energetic and full of life, but because I was ready to get out. I needed to get out of this headspace, because it was a twisted, obsessive, nightmarish headspace. It's like the ocean. It's like waves splashing against you. Like, you can't really fight the ocean. You just have to roll with it. So this book deals with implications of incest. It deals with extreme racism. Serious warning, there is heavy use of the N-word in this book, probably more so than any Faulkner book. A dark, twisted nightmare. I mean, they don't call it Southern Gothic for no reason, am I right? All I can do during this review is say that it has my absolute highest recommendation. Give it a shot. Like don't read it if it's not like your cup of tea. If you read the first page and you're like, this is annoying, just don't read it, because that's the whole book. Yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you are into that sort of thing, and thanks for watching.